My collar's blue, but my neck is red. I've been working like a...
What is up, blue collar brethren? Today's topic: revenge. So, what is revenge?
I think revenge is whenever someone does something to you and you're just doing it back to them, or not even the same thing. You're just doing something back to them that is just like a retaliation, or I mean, like a get back onto them.
I agree. That pretty much sums it up. There's not much more that you can say about revenge. Like, it's like if someone gets me good, like I'm gonna get them back harder and better. You know?
Yeah. I know what you mean, but like, do you really think like revenge is necessary?
Absolutely. Like, in 95% of situations, revenge is necessary. And because if you don't get revenge, they're just gonna keep coming at you harder and harder.
And they're just I know, like you're just gonna get walked on, and like they're just gonna walk all over you, and you don't want that. You don't want like just,
you're gonna get them back as hard as you can.
You just don't want to have like a target on your back and just be a recipient of all the time. Like, I mean, you really just want to like set the tone and just like give it to them. I mean, just let them have it, and they'll just realize like, hey, let's not maybe do something. let's not maybe do something to this guy, or
Xavier, that's disgusting.
Anyway, like, like I know what you're saying. Do you ever been a recipient of revenge, or have you ever like went out and sought revenge on someone else?
Like,
I mean,
I'm sure someone's giving it to me, you know. But I've always been more of a giver, you know. Like, if you come at me hard, I'm gonna get you back harder.
I know what you mean. Like, I mean, I can't think of a time where, I mean, I just off the top of my head, just where I've went out and I've sought revenge on someone else, or like seek to get revenge on someone,
right.
Or even someone giving revenge onto me. I mean,
well, I just think if you don't give it back to them, they're just gonna keep coming at you harder and harder each time.
And I mean, I think you're right, but at the same time, like you said, 95% of situations, I think sometimes revenge isn't necessary. It is, but it isn't.
I agree.
Like if someone does something to you and they didn't purposely get you, you know what I mean, like get you, and you're just there, and you're like, okay, maybe you think in your head, you're like, maybe I shouldn't just get all over this guy, or like, you know what I mean. Like, I mean, do something to him, but
I get what you're saying. Like you said, like in that 5%, there's times where you shouldn't get come at them as hard. Like maybe like I don't know. I'm trying to give like an example of a situation. Like, I don't know. I can't even think of anything. But
say someone like tripped you or something, and you're like, oh, well, I mean,
was it on purpose or is it?
Yeah, you're like, did they mean to trip me, or?
Well, like if they meant to do it, like to me that's coming at me hard. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
You're gonna come back harder, and you're gonna be like,
Right.
yeah, you're not gonna trip me, and I'm not gonna do anything about it.
Right.
But and you get revenge on it. That could be either turning around and like punching them or something like that. But I mean, or even like shoving or something. And you're
Or just like waiting till a later time when they don't expect it and just attacking them. You know
now,
what I'm
do you
saying?
think
Giving it to them?
Do you think it's better to like wait to give it to them, or do you just give it to them right there on the spot, or do you think revenge should be like right there, or give it to them later?
I'm giving it to them later.
I'm
waiting until.
I
Go wipe your
But
Stop.
This dude don't care.
Okay. But I think you're right. Like, I think I think you're right. Like, maybe waiting later or something. But I think sometimes
I'm gonna try and catch them when they're alone. And I'm gonna give it to them hard.
I think get what you're saying, but I mean, I think sometimes though it's necessary to, I mean, give it back to him. I mean, like right then, like I mean, do something like in retaliation or in sort of revenge, or like even like thinking like, oh, I'm gonna get revenge on this person. You're not thinking revenge. You're just thinking like, oh, I'm gonna do something back to this person, like right then, or not even.
Right.
I'm gonna wait a day, or I'm gonna wait a week, or.
Right. I mean, I agree. Like in certain situations, yes. Like I want to get up and get him back right now.
Yeah.
And I want to get him, and I want to get him hard, and I want to get him fast. But personally, like I like to wait and get them when they don't expect it. Like, oh, they forgot about how like a week ago they did this to me.
And you're like, oh, well, I didn't forget. I held the grudge. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And you're like, I'm gonna get them when they're not expecting it, and
Exactly.
you get them, and then
I
they're
like to
just
catch 'em
like,
by
oh,
surprise.
maybe, and then you do it to them, and they're like, oh, like maybe you did this.
Yeah.
Oh,
Some would
because-
say catch them with their pants down.
Never heard that saying, but never heard that, but
Zaylee.
I can't take Landon serious. His face is brown.
Frickin'.
No.
Restart.
No, don't restart. You can't say Zayla. You can hear Layla. That's a man's fart. That is a man's fart. That is.
I'm gonna get revenge on him later
Oh, whoa.
when you don't expect it.
You hear that?
Cause this Zayla, this is freaking nasty.
It's not Zayla. You can't blame it on Zayla. But
Anyways,
I mean, I know what you're saying. Like you're gonna get some. Sometimes it's necessary to get them later, and sometimes it's like, you know, you're gonna get them in the moment, in the spur of the moment. You're gonna think of something. You're like, oh, I'm gonna get them back. But I mean, I know what you're saying. Do you have any other thoughts on revenge or?
no, but Ben, one that can you think of a time that you ever wanted to give it to somebody, like give revenge to somebody?
I mean, I can't really think. Maybe one time. So basically, my uncle he put a license plate cover on my license plate, and it was like, I can't. I'm so gay I can't drive straight. So I was like, you know what, like, haha, funny. Well, I got him back, and I put valve stem covers on his Jeep. I'm not gonna say what they are, but they were on his Jeep, and Miss C, I'll tell you later. But it's
Shout out Miss T, by the way. Can
yeah,
we just
yeah.
shout out Miss T.
I mean, phenomenal English teacher. Thanks for letting us turn in our work late. We try to get it in early,
Yeah.
but you know, just blue collar stuff comes up,
Yes.
and we're just like. But anyway, so I did something to him, and so even that I was like, well, I mean, he did something in my truck. He put that license plate cover on, so
I'm back.
so I put the valve stem covers, and I put the license plate back on his Jeep, but
Right.
I also forked his yard with not the right pose. I can see the chins. Not the right pose. I forked his yard. He's a diehard like
You forked it?
yeah like
Go in detail about
like,
that. What is forking?
I put he's a diehard Texas fan, like I mean diehard. Well, his wife is a big like A&M fan, and so I was like the house is like divided between the two college teams. So I put all these like A&M like it was a piece of paper, and I glued it onto a fork. And me and a couple of my buddies, we went out to his house and we forked his entire yard and put like he's I guess you say like
So do you think that this is a good example of like
yeah like I mean
forking him?
like yeah like I mean I did something back to him basically equal to what he did to me to his Jeep, but then I was like I could one up him and get ahead like we said earlier, like you're always trying to get ahead. So I forked his yard and basically just put I think it was like 500 or 600 like forks in his yard, and he woke up the next morning and seen them, and he was like, I'm not gonna have all these A&M like little forks and papers that have the A&M logo on them. he's like, I'm not gonna have that in my yard. So, and it was cold. It was in the middle of winter. It was the night we did it. It was, I want to say, like 20 degrees. And the next morning it was just as cold. And he woke up, and before he did anything, he went straight out there. Whenever he seen them, he went straight out there, and he picked up all 500 or 600 of these forks. And he
500 or 600. You 14 500 or 600 times.
yeah, like it was. I was like, I mean, he's gonna get me.
So do you think like you got ahead of him?
Yeah, I do. And he was thinking about like, oh, like I'm gonna get him back or something. And I was like,
You're gonna get him harder and better.
yeah. And he just, I guess, realized like whatever he did, I was gonna go and one up him, because like I was like, it's I go to the store and I buy these forks. I spent like $30 and printed off all these papers, and it took me like an hour to put them all together and 30 minutes to put them in his yard. I was like, I don't care about the time. I was just trying to get
Do
ahead.
you think, like, in order to get a good, like, seek good revenge, do you have to spend money?
I don't think necessarily you have to, but I did in that situation.
Right.
But I think you can get revenge without like spending money, and I think it's not even about what you do or like how much money you spend or how much. It's about like how witty you are and how much
How
you think
good you
about.
get 'em back.
Yeah, like, it's not even like you just think about like, oh, I'm gonna do this. Like you're just like you think about what you're gonna do, and you just I think like you said, like you don't get them back right away.
Right.
You just hold that grudge, and like it boils inside of you, and you're like, what can I do?
Right.
And you're like thinking of stuff, and the more I think I waited a couple weeks, and I just had all this time, and I was like,
It just built up.
It built up, and I just had the idea. And I was like, I'm gonna.
It built up inside you until that point where you just blew, you know?
Yeah, like and I was just like, I'm gonna go do this. Well, you think of a time that you sought revenge on someone, or you were like, I'm gonna get revenge on this person?
I mean, I'm sure like there's been multiple times, but like I'm trying to think like a good story, like I mean not one that I can drag out as long as you did, but oh, dang, that was like 10 minutes in itself.
I mean, we got to do more than just 3 minutes of the podcast. We can't
Right.
step like
I mean that's right. I mean if you want to get liked and subscribed to,
yeah, the Blue Collar Brethren.
yeah,
And you know, even just how long we do our podcast and how quality it is. You know, you get a cameraman like Landon, and
that's it.
that's Landon, 100%. That's Landon. But
Anyways, so back to revenge. What like? How do you like?
I've been talking about it. What do you like? What do you really think you can't think of a time that you've got revenge on someone, or
Well,
even someone's got revenge on you that you can think of, and you're like, oh, this person got revenge on me.
The only thing that I could like, I don't even know if it was necessarily revenge, but like I quit roping with Cash, and then, 15 days. Shout out Landon. Anyways, go like and subscribe. I'm pretty sure he's got a YouTube channel. Landon _ Cotbo 1. Anyways, so I quit roping with him, and his whole family, they just hated me after that. Well then, a year or so later, me and Landon get 15 days DAP because he wants to be a little PUSY, so I would say. Shout out Cy. And Cy _ B1. That's his YouTube. I just think that that's like the only time that I can think of revenge.
And now, even where you rope now, you rope, I mean, what? 3 houses down from him, 2 houses down from him?
Probably. But like, I've just been letting it boil inside me. Because one of these days, like, I'm gonna get revenge on him.
You're seeing it like you're in roping, saying roping to him or something. You're like,
Something like along those lines. And I'm just letting it build up and build up until one day I'm gonna explode everywhere. And, like, I'm just gonna get really mad and just like, I'm gonna want to beat him in anything I do. One up him, get him harder than he got me.
And I I think you're going to like competitiveness. I mean, I think if you're real competitive, you're gonna want to.
Right.
You're gonna
Yes,
get more. You're gonna be more revengeful and like want to. Yeah,
I'm a very competitive person, I think. So, I mean, yeah. Any final thoughts?
No, I mean, I think that sums it up.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Blue Collar Brotherhood.